platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we gon' make salute. Anytime where you there, it no matter. Anytime where you be, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we putting up stronger one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. Where breeze not a shame. TTPTV, talking points platform. Then they give you information about salute.
Yes, family, and welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kago, and today, na the 5th of September 2021. We get some issues there where we get for can present to a lot of them. But first, let me take the developing stories where they take place in Guinea. Why we bring and come? Because this don't they make rounds at the social media. We see there is an apparent coup in Guinea, and this is a sisterly country. We know anything will happen in Guinea, positively or negatively, it gets something for do with we as a country. So we can look some of the videos there where they make rounds at the social media from Al Jazeera, Lona C, and as we understand right now, the president, they under the hands of the military. And there was a statement also made by the military for saying that they're in charge now. Again, in the same program, we they refresh my mind, and for some people do not be get the opportunity for catch this. KKY don't make history na the country because the Supreme Court, now the country, the highest body, we get right for make a decision of every case, don't make a decision in favor of KKY. Another thing we're going to can look at President Bill where he inspect the military gears away order from Turkey, and what does this mean again? Why would they see the president? They focus too much on the military. We don't know. So therefore, can try for make an analysis. And again, finally, we look at the ferry saga. I mean, not to one thing this we don't talk about this platform. The ferry now like a floating coffin. If the government not pay attention for put eye, I mean, these are some of the things that we talk about. Now we don't wait until something happen negatively, thousands or hundreds of people will die before government wake up and do something. The ferries and the country, what we get. My area now and by Booger, all of those ferries, then they're on serious dilapidated condition where now God no more intervention can helps alone, but it's very dangerous that would say. From Freetown to Green to Green, very dangerous. From government WAF to Green, very dangerous. So first, before we reach that point, the better one. I mean, let me just bring calm one thing where a lot of people and get so react. And as a Komra, whether you're not a Komra or whether you're not Komra, the heart can be some people in a philanthropist and the people some people and like for help people that want to not sabi or then just like for save a life. We come across this video, we're very sad. We personally, I don't know them people here. But because this is part of the thing what we do as a media outlet, we feel say now obligation for let we pass on this to now. Now I see if anybody pound get way for help this poor little child, whether in a very distressful state, I don't know, but God will abundantly bless you. But before we reach to the news, actually one can bring Canto now. Now take a look at this very disturbing, and I feel say what you go what on a time.
Yes, what is your name?
My name is Said Tarawali.
Said Tarawali. How old are you?
My age is 9 years old.
9 years old. Okay, Saido, as I see your body, I not say you know well. So, what you want for like Papa government and other select organization do for you?
I want to make they help me for my body. So I want to make they help me because of the people that don't need suffer. I want to make they help me with my operation say that we will do for me because my mother don't need spend. We don't go all kind of hospital. People that don't need suffer. So I want to make they help me.
Okay, so right now you go school?
No, this year I don't get time. I will go school, but I say I dey try for go school, but this year it made them me for 12 beginner wonder me.
So,
So
so class Amos, you did now.
I did class 5, but as this year don't me now, so I'm not able to go school again.
How many years don't pass you in go school?
Now the 2 years this now,
We-
I'm not able to go school again.
Okay. So you say you want for let Papa government and others so that organization they come to you aid not so?
Yes.
Okay. So we will come to side with Tarawale Imomi for make we go ask concerning side with Tarawale in health. Yes, ma, what na your name?
My name Hawana Tutawali.
Hawana to Tarawale. How long you don't try for men's side?
Yeah, I don't depend on the 3 years this now. So 30 days no see better. It's this boy I be there to na flitter when I share new road, na they will be there. But not so abona, but they like today be don't sick na me and the 3 years this. We don't try hospital to hospital na church to church. They say not to hospital sick. I take her, I go to na upline. Me with my family, they all be don't come on at 1 year, we don't go there na upline now. We don't spend time for this week here. Government money no dey again. Do ya? Me dey beg una for let the government help me now make me pikin. I don't need suffer behind this week here. They like today. Wetin gbe we dey eat, we no get am. I dey lay down for like able get sleep. I no able get sleep na my life. Even now I dey talk so I no well. The stress wan kill me for me bobo. And I dey too great again. Do ya? I dey beg the government may help me. Do ya?
So I see picture on your hand. What are they para pictures?
So this is the time in the site I no secret. Now a picture this, the one I Richard Allen, I didn't be do this sport. The time in no secret now the picture that is Julia government at the request for help. Yeah.
Saidu, if somebody will help you, how long will it be for help you?
Address the I had contact number there, the orange number there.
So it means if somebody will call yourself or like you go to the hospital and any amount you get to go to the hospital, you know so.
Yes.
I print the number and they know so.
You walk with one set for families, we live by Bobby Waterloo,
Okay.
by Mount Shishikenga.
Okay. Okay. And also somebody will be a blessing to Saidu for saving life through prayers and also for sharing videos them. If you don't get nothing from this Saidu or suffer from this sickness, you go to share videos them until you reach the last person. Wait, be say it will be a blessing to Saidu. God bless you as you share this video.
Okay, Fambule, that was the disturbing video. Like I said, this we're not Sabia, but you Sessa don't see the condition. If you get anywhere for help, like for save this small poor boy, as when the Piquet talks and this is say intelligent, is smart. I mean, this is now your responsibility. As people follow, at least we support, we give support. So you can share this video also so that we not will know. Maybe sometimes if you know you will support, another person will support. Now, let me come to the things actually where we mentioned. And one of the things we'll go for can bring to the coup in Guinea. They apparently don't clear and say there is a coup in Guinea. And what does this mean for we as a country? We know this now a brother, a sisterly country. We know say most of the business people and they rely on Guinea route for go buy items. And I mean, if Guinea lock, it affects we. Right now, the land sea border and the land, sea, air all don't close. According to the statement of the military commander, when they take over power just now. So it's very disturbing for me. We can't give us alone. We already there in economic hardship. So if Guinea closed again, this now just like another added burden, another added hardship and depression for Salon people. So Fambule, we now can look at the developing story where it take place now Guinea, and then we will can make analysis properly.
So we begin with this breaking news story out of Guinea, which we've been covering for a few hours now. President Alpha Conde is reportedly being held by a group of soldiers. There's been heavy gunfire near the presidential palace in the capital, Conakry. The military has been deployed on the streets and is urging people to stay home. Now, a video has been circulating among local media in Guinea showing President Conde being detained by Army Special Forces. In the video, CONDE is asked if he was tortured or mistreated, to which he responded, no. Now, let's show you where all this is happening. This is Nicholas, I'm so sorry to interrupt you because we're getting live pictures from a state television in Guinea right now, for the RTG, which is a state-owned television. And we see soldiers on TV right now addressing, it seems, the nation. The picture is frozen for a second, but hopefully we'll get it back on. They've been delivering a statement, it would appear. Unclear who these soldiers are, but a number of them, about 3, 6, 9, 10 soldiers on the national TV in Guinea right now, addressing the nation. This is, of course, pointing to the confusing situation. Let's try and listen in a bit, and I'll try to translate if I can.
Un système qui n'existe pas. Et ce système, il faut qu'on le fasse tous ensemble. Il y a eu beaucoup de morts pour rien, beaucoup de blessés, beaucoup de larmes. Alors qu'on aime tous la Guinée. Donc, je pense qu'il est temps pour nous de se comprendre, de se donner la main, de s'asseoir, d'écrire une constitution qui est adaptée à nos réalités, capable de régler nos problèmes. Parce que si vous voyez l'état de nos routes, si vous voyez l'état de nos hôpitaux, vous vous rendez compte qu'après 62 ans, il est temps pour nous.
Okay, let me just translate a bit of what we've heard there from that army commander. Not clear what his rank is, but he says it's now time for Guinea to unite. It's time for us to create a new constitution which is capable of addressing the country's issues. This is increasingly looking like a coup d'etat, Nick Hack, with these soldiers now appearing on national television addressing the people of Guinea.
That's right. In fact, there's been a video circulating on social media where we see members of the Red Beret, the Presidential Guard, addressing people, addressing fellow soldiers to rally on their cause. And in that speech, they explained that there were too many deaths and that it's time to sit down, perhaps rewrite a constitution, adapted to the circumstances of Guinea, talking about the situation in hospitals and at schools. Essentially, during the rule of Alpha Conde, there's been a huge increase in the economic prospects. A country that's wealthy in iron ore and exports have been increasing rapidly, especially to China, Russia, and to Europe. But the circumstances of ordinary Guineans have gone from bad to worse. Most people live on less than $2 a day. They've struggled through the economic pandemic where there were heavy restrictions put in place, and many people who live just on $2 a
Okay, Famble, that was the pictures where they come up from Guinea, a developing story there. We see one Colonel Doumbouya, where this guy was trained by France, and over the years he has been in France, and Alpha Conde invited her for and one special unit of the army for protect her. Unfortunately, we see this very same guy, okay, where they try for come up from the Ministry of Defense for try for get an independent unit. Finally, from what we understand, they don't arrest the president as soon as you can see. They don't arrest the president, and they don't make a statement say they need a national reconciliation, national constitution. But let me get to that back. This is the problem. This is why we always try for talk to the leaders and say, I mean, power not forever. I mean, we need for respect institutions. If you check the history of this guy might be a professor, will be for a very long time in France, where done the lecture. He was seen by the West as somebody, as a champion of democracy. He has been parading, by the time he was on opposition, it was parading for preach about democracy. But when this man came, he don't rule 2 terms. As if that's enough. What he do? He get in mind for change the constitution for allow them for rule for the 3rd time. Despite opposition from the main political parties as well as civil society. In fact, those opposition were met with heavy iron hand. A lot of people have died, youth man and died just because of power. And for Lady Thing was, this guy was going to 84 years, not to say that young man who he didn't say 50 or 60. No, you have been in power for 2 terms, for God's sake, 2 terms. You are 83 years. What's at the point where you go ahead and change constitution and kill people and just pick up people and want for you respect constitution? I mean, look at the setback where you don't bring down the country. Assuming Alpha CONDE don't follow the constitution, he conduct election, he pass power peacefully, maybe we'll not for a coup like this. But before again we try for deliberate and try for link and to Salon issue, because we see a similar pattern is trying to develop, trying to push the military, making them more powerful. Try for encourage them, give them rank, give them pay. These are some of the things that we do before even change the constitution. Let me just bring you, Alpha. You're a little bit late, but you're welcome at any time. But given this ugly development when it take place in Guinea with regard to this current coup.
You repeat that, please. I missed some parts.
Yes, with regards to the ugly development when it take place in Guinea, what now you take? When, if you want to link it to Salon or even the sub-region or even we're survival as a country, because we know say a lot of businessmen and the able for go buy goods and services, for go Guinea, for go do business. What now you take with this developing story?
Okay, I just want to say, first of all, this just show we say, no man is too powerful for me to downfall. You know, no man is too powerful when you get power. Say you got all it takes. No, you're untouchable. Nobody no go ever betray you, or nobody no go ever put you down. This Alpha CONDE in case clearly don't show. Although I believe in the concept of, say, military then get their own rule and two wrongs cannot make it right, in a sense that Alpha CONDE don't perform in your wrong and the military self now don't commit coup d'etat. In terms of democracy, we all know say coup d'etat, now something we not can accept. But as you already don't talk in your monologue just now, Alpha CONDE cause these things for the nation of Guinea and for himself personally, and it all obviously caused retrogression to the democracy of Guinea, because at the age, yes, he did in opposition for a while, for a very long time, and champion the cause of democracy. You taste the power now. 2 times you rule for. It was enough. It was enough. Not many people are blessed to be a president. We are how many billions of people away in the world, and how many presidents away there? Not many people are blessed. So at you almost old age, God bless you for letting you be a president in your life. Then I think say if you don't be grateful and leave power gracefully, but it's try for influence the parliament and get in way and get and change the constitution and see how we hand now. You understand? Now you don't push democracy back way for let them pull you in power, pass them down in terms of coup d'etat. And who knows what the future holds for Guinea after this, because we cannot say, you know, coup d'etat get for take several days, weeks, or even months before you really know if the West, for example, accept the coup leaders them, if they even cities Guinea, they not take to the streets. You know, a lot of things. Look, places like neighboring Mali to Guinea, we all see 1-2 years na coup, 1-2 years na coup. You know, and that we hope say other West African leaders them and African leaders they are say all go look at the example. I hope they land this time, because not today coup begin they happen na Africa. And not until the change of constitution don't they happen for suit one green man in ego and selfishness. We just hope say them go learn and make sure say such a thing not they repeat. And with the relation with Salon, in short term, for now, I believe say it just get for affect lots of business people, obviously, because if the military don't shut down all forms of border where Guinea gets with other neighboring countries, them and a lot of we business people them depend for go get them goods in Guinea, then obviously there will be some setback for the short term. But we just hope say this situation will come and pass swiftly. There will not be loss of life. There will not be some form of pandemonium where economically go spill over Salon. So we just hope say the sooner the better. Then get a solution we go benefit we in a Salon, but then the citizens of Guinea.
Yes, this now just like when they talk, so you know, feel say, you know, ever know this was a guy, Dumbuya, this Colonel Dumbuya, we overthrow Alpha Conde. Now he's a say inviter. So you know, politics, you not gonna know you anyway. Forget you understand, you never know. Now that make we always ask we leaders them. Una rule in the interest of the people. Power, yes, it's sweet, that's for sure. Where you get everything, the military, the police, everything they under you, money, everything. But that is not forever. No, not just a test. Now we take the before we continue again a little bit for digress. We see we president 3 years now, over 3 years since they in power. We not see much development. That's not the truth. That's what the truth. It don't matter who spends with him up. Even those people that were they in power when government supporters they say to tell you say things are extremely hard. You understand? But we don't know if the president of recent time they concentrate a little attention on the military. Then we see he go talking unannounced. You know, even tell people that first they say they go on a private visit for going to a private investor on mining and farming. All of a sudden we see on the news on social media they visit Adwea there. And after some time we say again, even those military vehicles, some of them they're already in the country, and the president was even inspecting them and giving award or decorating soldiers. We don't know if now it just because we know the political trend how they move right now. People in the disgruntled and people in the say probably President Koma, President Bio will be a first time president. You understand? Maybe, just maybe, because power is so sweet, and we don't see Ivory Coast don't do it. They don't change the constitution third time. Mali, you understand? And Guinea be succeed for changing the constitution. So maybe the president they use the military at least like for encourage at least in case 2023 come, he lost, he wants to say, okay, no, I go in our power. And we don't know, like these are just wild thinking. We're analyzing just the points there, you understand, for maybe in future, if something like that happens. So maybe some of the things that will be the look at and then they happen soon. But before we say much, take a look at this military parade and the vehicles where the presidents they inspect, and we'll come back and analyze better.
Yeah, President inspect the military vehicles where in government provide for the AXLAF. Commander-in-Chief is right here. Me only talk to you in the Zakaria Jalo, Strategic Communication Unit. This is now the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. They inspect the military vehicle as soon as they see. It's all now for invest in the military, help them, capacitate them with what they need. As soon as they see, these are the military vehicles. Where the president provide for the military. President made on promise for ensure say all sector benefits inside government. They put all effort in every sector, just like a flagship program on the free quality education. The president as well, they work hard to promote the military. As today we get 60 cadet officers them. Yes. Once you go take a seat again, after we don't inspect
Yes. So, family, when I don't see the president inspect the military hardwares in, and we know the against of empowering the military, which is a very good thing because we know their role now for defend the country. We want for let that sinking say yes. We want for let people understand say if the president they support the military, it's not a bad thing. We just hope say not get motive. In other words, not just a politics they play on because we see increase in salary and now it promotes a lot of them. And but that is not sufficient because again, this is not a we talk about a country. If the general populace, the majority, not satisfied, this go translates to something ugly. But again, what you make of like bringing cancer, what you make of recent time, we see the pattern where the president they move towards the military. Is it because he was a former brigadier, or he just want to find a way for getting himself familiar? In other words, to create a very good relationship with the army, just in case you want to use the army in future. What do you take?
Well, before I delve into the nitty-gritty of things, I just want to say, be it President Bio or any other president, where they go ever think say if you spend on the military or try for bribe them, you go survive in power without if you not do any other form of development. It's just a daydream. Alpha CONDE and a case study get a very good relationship with the army. Now, not to even the army as a whole, or maybe the big general they even overthrow, as you say. Now, possibly even bring and trust can say, can form unit for protect me, don't do and so then they not to a guarantee. But if you're not a good president, somebody even where you trust betray you, believe you me, the people will always stand by your side and protest against military rule or whatever. So I don't believe say anybody forget that daydreaming. They say I go able bribe me with. I mean, President Bio of himself, the time where they overthrow Instrasa and others overthrow the then President Momo led APC government. They were junior officers. We sometimes one day see the president, you know, the top generals are there way get the president get them loyalty. But where the junior officers then say we take action and then take action. So, you know, but then to dive inside, I would just want to say the president is a former military man, he's a former brigadier. So it's just very natural for let you know, able to feel and constraints and other things and relate to them. And also he's the commander, he's the commander, you know, he's the commander-in-chief. Commander-in-chief. So obviously, he one of his role now for protect the nation, just as the military, therefore protect the territorial integrity of Sierra Leone. Obviously, I hope we not get may God forbid, say we get another rebel war where we military need for be equipment. May God forbid. But we all know in this world where we live, we can get conflict with any of we other country. Them see younger how many times we in Guinea want go into something. So I think say it good for let we get a very good and equipped military and also Salon they partake of recent times both with military and police into peacekeeping missions. Them you take for example na Darfur and I forget where else. So a good way let we get at least for we own Salon levels until we say standardized armory and equipment them. You know, me, for example, I may not be a military person, but I grew up in a military family. I'm a grandpa and loads of me uncle them, they military and don't attain the highest position than a military. So I know how it's very much difficult for them posting or going war, sacrifice, almost you don't sign your own death warrant if war come for let you die for your country, die for your people them and other things. So I believe it's a good thing if they get promotion or rest or bag or whatever. It's up to the person in your daydream. If you want daydream, say, they bribe them. That one day you just the daydream because if you not work for the people of Sierra Leone, whether not the ballot box, and I hope not the ballot box, but you can never bribe your way for a few thousand men strong army, for example. You can bribe your way to the big man and promote them, but if there is that pocket of little resistance, believe you me, if they want to do something they can do, and we hope Salon not go ever take now. But I hope for see the president and in team, they're able to replicate some of the things the way they do for the military to other walks of life, because the civil service is broad. We get teachers, we get police, we get firefighters, you understand? We get even local council cleaners, them, other people, lots of people the way they work for government. We just hope say them people get a dignity in their work, you know. We done this have go up for fight corruption, because if you get good pay, you know, where you able to pay for you picking them school fee, electricity, light and water, then basically, and they safe day, we I believe say done all learn, and then I think the way keep help for minimize corruption. So we hope see the love way they go to the military, let them spread the love to all walks of life, to other people, and let we all feel the love at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much for that one day. Like I said, this a general discussion regarding the issue will take place in Guinea, and you said get the opportunity for contribute here. And don't forget, if you're not the first time this for join this platform, you're welcome. This is not the talking point platform. Yeah, we talk about anything related to any form of development of the country and even Africa as a whole. Again, if you're on YouTube, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, we're at TPP Leon. Subscription are free, and you will be among the first person where you will be notified whenever we upload or bring out new content. Now we move to the next talk, where we don't remind we listeners several times here, many times, and we not go tired, because we feel say this now we all responsibility. Now we not say for cross from government 12 to Tagrin, we need ferry. For cross from Tagrin and from Ferry Junction for go Lunge, Tagrin, now we need ferry, we they use ferry. And even at the time when the president be pronounced say there will be a Lunge bridge, a lot of people will be jubilate. And some of us see the need, yes, because we not get, I don't know, but we not get massive death rate will don't take place at the ferry there yet, where we know what will ever happen. So if a government, a responsible government say, okay, nothing, let we be proactive, let we not wait until accidents happen with them ferry there where they outdated. I mean, them ferry there are some countries that they don't pass 30, 40, 50 years. You know, they use them, you know, some standard countries. When it comes to standard, I mean, when they look at the quality, they're not using a developed country there. But with the risk to life, then thousands of people in the load there, and this not to the first time this will this ferry the stock. Now water, not to the first time this. Now of recent days there, we see the press and there is a press release where they circulate on social media, say the press Maera ferry was rehabilitated and painted and showed this, but the very ferry, unfortunately, they all stuck. Now they see people and then they cry pass on and begin to use local boats there. Outboard engine boat there for good take people there. But before we come again, let me bring count to another situation will take place. When we bring on the same segment, we advise, we call on our leaders, let them pay attention on the ferry. Take a look at this one.
Good morning, me people them. Good morning, people. Salon. Good morning to me people them around the world. Do you know we watch this video? Do you and see this video? When they see the ferry download this morning for go with people them. Some people and then they go work. Some of them they go do business, so make them able to get a living. Just like we all know how the country triangle so right now. Now the ferry don't wreck. What did they cause all this are because of now old ferry we they use. All old ferries that they would use. Ferry where other world don't tire with. And then we they use na saloon. Look now the ferry don't wreck. People they want go for go do them business and get them living. Where no they for go. Una all they see now boats they transport the people and now from the ferry to the land. Do you have a government to help you get new ferries at this place here until you make the bridge? We don't see the bridge yet, but we help you get 2 new ferries at least people can go manage them until the bridge make. And not all man for what use the bridge. Plenty, most of the people business people get for use the ferry. Do you and me brothers and sisters over and there around the world, do you help we una get money, help you get new ferries? Do you have people in the suffer? Una all they see now, do you watch this video and see them everywhere? Any group where you there, do you see this video, make people then see them around the world and help we able to get new ferries at this place.
Convenience to local residents and traders.
Then they affect me,
farm business all done because of way no day out for waka. Now, pan this ferry, I will be able to load. Me like me so pamper had the afraid that boat. And they load pan boats. If you see ferry no day, we market down the with the woman, they would market woman there. If the government not help with the ferry, with the woman, they will run suffer.
I'm traveling to London, UK, United Kingdom. But the ferry, issues is a really big crisis that is.
Okay, family, that was sort of the past event which took place where people showed their concern then and the big government. Not only this now month, this probably now like a year. I don't so like you remember when we bring down this program, now like almost a year when it's very risk or endanger the lives of the Sierra Leoneans then. Okay, now as if this not enough, this was a widespread message. If we go far and wide, since then we not see the government be proactive in buying new ferry. What we see them paint the Maera ferry and the very ferry where them paint. Family now look at them back then to this year. Take a look at this one and let you know say we're not just talk here, we talk for the interest of the all. Take a look at what happened.
Family, good morning. This na a passenger on board MV by Bure. Today, the 17th of August 2021, we take off from Government Wharf Terminal for Camp Kisi at exactly 8:25. The ferry fasten. Now, they don't come boat for Camp Towi. We don't there for over 30 minutes. We still they hold on, they wait. This over 1 hour they wait. This na the Aliko leader where they come Towi for go Kisi terminal. Can you imagine this na the MV by Bure ferry, the newly renovated ferry where government don't put out, we don't advertise, na indoor facility. And I understand from so many other, this na upstairs are they, the passengers they're also distressful, they're so stressed out, then they downstairs. Now me and one my colleague they upstairs because now we no more get mind for make we come for can witness waiting they go on. Fambule asela send this on to una. If una self get some una share and far and wide.
Yeah, Fambule una wacho salon develop one dey far. Now we dey middle water so middle water. Look at we dey reach towards the Tagri now. The boat, the ferry don't stop just closer to the road itself now. No, it don't stop now. You know they will move. When they take people from inside the ferry with boat for custom go over the Tagri. Just imagine. See people people in the street. People that don't come up from 2 o'clock. Where we come up from 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
Look at my area. Yes. They tell you back say, oh, they snap, no snap, fine. Yes.
Okay, it seems as if even intimidation will come up from a person where probably this government person or at least a sympathizer or a supporter where when this person they make the video, they try for stand they say, sort of threatening, which is bad. These are the two reasons we envy my era as well as by doing. What's like you take? Are we going or is the government waiting for a disaster to knock in our door? Or for example, accident, God forbid. But even though they say God forbid, we need to do because God they can't do anything for Motaman. If we not get the common sense for say we need for change our attitude or need for protect and put safeguard measure, God they can't do for we. So we can say God forbid, yes, that's the right thing for state. But what are we doing as Sierra Leoneans? What are we doing as a government? What are we doing as citizens? What make you take? Is it government want for let something bad happen at the road and at the water before ever they do? Because at least 1 year ago, people they say, okay, government buy new ferry. Even the travel, the way they travel, the Padia, the government can just lost with the entire family, no more you go, then go spend something like 3 weeks, spend hundreds of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Those monies can be used to buy new ferries. I mean, we're not necessarily not travel, but the expenses when you look at 5-star hotel, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, those monies can be used to buy ferries. What do you take with regards to the dilapidating situation where it takes place all the time?
Well, it's very sad because this thing done the drag now for several time now, and nothing has been done. You know, me in my quiet moment, sometime I can always sit down and think, say, wait, the minister of with various ministries them or head of department of the with different directorates their own agency waiting they can go do bang where then go na office. You understand? Where then go na office, waiting and can go do nasi. Don't talk all day, driver can drive and go. Because if then they do something for the see, then they do then kind tear away, they charge people and change people in life, make people and be comfortable and safe. Because obviously we get an entire Ministry of Transport and Aviation. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't see yes buses then they come, but you cannot bring only buses there and neglect sea travel where people and they travel and that place they now mode of transport then they lead to the gateway of Sierra Leone, so we airport there. You understand? Not so everybody go they afford. Somebody want travel abroad. If many people want follow, I want afford for they go through private and boats them. I mean, them boats are not good. I think say it's high time we change them boats here. Salon can do one. Then nobody not tell me say salon no get no money there. At least for log get 4-5 boats. You understand? 4-5 boats, and not only forget the boat, we get structured routine time the way the boats they run and the amount of people the way they take. If you can, you late 5 minutes, you know they go there. If you don't get tickets, you know they go there. We get systems and structures and checks and balances then where they make nobody no go sell excessive ticket or sneak somebody inside them boats them. Because forget the new boats then are one. But if you go there overcrowd, the boats then back na recipe for disaster. But I think say it's high time then do something before it's too late. May God forbid we always the same. We know one scenario how they say hundreds of we fellow citizens and don't die because you call it lack of compassion for the nation where the minister or whoever responsible for that sector they get for the people them not able to make something. If not loan safe, they can go and go loan to ferry the encounter. You understand? If not the money not readily available, and can go now we na big of na a country, whole nation. You can go and go loan where people in the pay. You anyhow you negotiate now from the earnings the way they get today, una can able pay for the boat. Worst case scenario, than for endanger people in life or go to paint ferry. Then can say we belle don't pull in a month. If the ferry don't pull, it don't pull. Painting the ferry green, white, and blue or whatever them paint time, not going for make the ferry work well. If in time don't work for many years, then ferry then did the work for it. High time them pack and a scrap and next sure say them bring comfortable ferry them way we go able to manage and you go serve the people of Sierra Leone them well, both in comfort and in terms of their safety.
Yes, like they say, even the people and the manufacturers, those people that we construct them ferry, then they don't forget about it. They get a lifespan. Everything where they on planet Earth, including man, anything where we make, everything gets lifespan. If you don't do it, don't do. Just like Motorman, if in life don't do it, don't do. You like pick out the best doctors in the world, it don't do. You put on the best hospital, it don't do. The ferries are gone. They are done. You understand? So they're old, 30, 40 years. They are out of service. I mean, look at the money where they lost. Recently, we see Africans point up to $4 million on the transfer building in New York, now America. Those monies could have been used to buy even 10 ferries. Look at the money where they talk about the project of the answer for gun, which is, we are not against that, but we feel select for safe, even the beginning when they go to school, they could have used over that $3 million when they are alleged, say they spend, they could have used even $1 million is sufficient. $1 million, they give you a good ferry. You understand? They give you a good ferry. They save lives and properties. So these are some of the things where we want to let people and they think. I mean, but we respect Salon people, and then they go in terms of maturity. I mean, then they see, yes, indeed, they don't become difficult now for manipulate or even for LIPA in any way. That I make a feel say the next election they can probably go be one of the most contested, one of the most sort of like open minded election, because back then social media was not rampant like this one. In 2023, it could be another, it could be even more enlarged and more probably more tense, a sphere, a place, a space wherein we go articulate issues there. That make when they say, "Lord, we vote, we put people in our power, we really get the country at heart, not because now relating tribal lines or regional lines or whatever lines, but for the interest of the country." And unless and until we start to think salon first, believe me, there's situation and then condition that we ever do. They're not ever done. We will come back now, we sit down, we repeat then same nonsense here with the talk, because it's a nonsense. Endangering the lives of people there. Now nonsense. I mean, when we go land, or for try for pick up from them point and now try for move forward, not to be any again. Okay, let me just put the ferry aside, because we know that this issue therefore come back. That's for sure. Because we know the kind of people that they would be. When they come with another issue when I kick you out, where it don't make history. Now, we all know the case will be there in a court over 3 years. Dr. Fona will take KKY in the court because he feels eligible for even stand for being a parliamentarian. And a very lengthy legal battle take place until he reached the final court of appeal, when at the Supreme Court. And finally, the case was terminated and a verdict was issued in favor of KKY. Now, listen first, KKY, in response to, we don't want to bring down the long video again at the court because it will be boring, and we will just bring KKY in response to the judgment.
Hundreds of stewards of Dr. CONDE Yumkela's party, the National Grand Coalition, gathered to listen to their parliamentary leader after the Friday ruling between Alfred Fona of APC and Dr. CONDE Yumkela on his eligibility to contest as Member of Parliament for constituency 062 in Kambia districts. According to Dr. Yumkela, the judgment was new dawn in the justice sector of the country, noting that the ruling did not only exonerate him alone, but for thousands of diaspora Sierra Leoneans that may want to exercise their democratic rights. He stressed that even though the matter was delayed for over 3 years, the judges demonstrated professionalism and independence in their judgments.
To thank the legal team, very professional. We put the evidence together and diligently agreed to face the Supreme Court. So I want to thank them for their professionalism and their commitment. To the rest of Sierra Leoneans, look, struggles are difficult. Sometimes some of us have to suffer for others to be better. And in this case, it is my belief that if you want to be president, you must give up your second, your dual nationality. At that level, that's why I did it. I was victimized. They went after me, but it doesn't matter. This is a time for forgiveness. This is a time we need to heal this nation, to bring all of us together.
Honorable Dr. CONDE Yumkela called on young Sierra Leoneans to unite and build the nation together, noting that peace and cohesion could lead to sustainable developments. For SLBC News, Jonathan Tona reporting.
All right, so yeah, what now you take, because a few days ago we did Naya, you remember when we talk about KKY issue, where we say we just open prayer and see waiting the church, the judgment be fear and let be say they get any orders from the above, let them exhibit their true independence as a last court of appeal, and finally we don't see what the courts do, which a judgment where even the KKY himself appreciates and thank the entire judiciary and even in team. What now you take before we round up? what's this mean for the country as a whole, for democracy, and as a history maker, the man himself?
Well, I think see any case where the Supreme Court adjudicate is always a landmark case. You know, this don't set a new precedent for the country, you know, moving forward with regards to SIM and certain things. And because KKY, clearly it's not only about to SIM, some technical nitty-gritty things then they, because if we don't give up in citizenship and all that in depth, you know, to a legal luminary, you know, the people that wait on the under na Supreme Court 30 years or so don't pass the judgment, you know, and normally in any judicial case, you get either they happy, you will get either they not happy. If KKY, then be rejected, then be rule against them. If we've been talked back, say the judiciary this, we don't see Chernobyl of APC and other people, they blast the judiciary, and but it is what it is, you know. You know, we will make everybody happy. I just hope everybody respects the decision where the highest court na the land don't make, and we move forward. We move forward as a nation. We move forward na a country. Na so na part of the democracy. You know, a better go na court, lawyers them argue, and the Supreme Court judges them, give them the way name than before we use stick and belt and gun against ourselves, you know. So as I already don't say, it's a precedent and don't set, and it's a landmark case. As long as na case na wait on the Supreme Court and then don't make them ruling. Always now moving forward. Now this case people and get for the use argue and refer to now moving forward, because any case where they reach and then a pay rape, it's finished. You don't at the junction. You know, so as I say, I just hope every Sierra Leonean can move on now. With politicians, them can move on and look past this now and try for deliver a parliament for the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, thank you very much. So, Fambulen, now so we will tap the program today, the segments. We touch on issues there. If you just join we touch on the issue in Guinea. The coup d'etat will don't take place, and military officers they don't take over Guinea. President CONDE they under the hands of the military. And again, we'll talk about the president. We promote some cadet officers. We also inspect some military admirals that will be ordered from Turkey. And we also look at the issue about the ferry. The ferry now like a floating coffin. We don't call on the government and some stakeholders and made them pay attention on the ferry. Very dangerous. And of course, KKY in last issue. And on top of this, again, this was the first thing we'll bring Campbell the couch and last again. 9 years old Pekin where they look for help. If you get a chance again, you go watch the beginning of this video, you go see yes, indeed, this small angel need your help. Do you have any kind of way you will help now for help? So until then, my name is Mohamed Kabo. I wish you a bye-bye. And we go soon again in the next program. You get anything for that before we go?
Oh, I can always say let people following our different social media platforms, and make sure say you subscribe now our YouTube channel TPP Leon. Not free, you don't have to pay anything, you know, because for the most part we they come they live and even upload videos them we will not even bring come on Facebook or Instagram. So it's good let people follow with it.
All right, thank you very much, and Fambule, bye bye.